Since a while ago, the Shiba Inu environment has been very busy, with new and exciting things happening all the time. But even though the activities and changes have been exciting, the community has been waiting for more news about Shibarium. Well, it looks like Satoshi finally has something to say about it, and today's movie will be about that. Disclaimer: let's talk a bit about what's been going on before we get to the big news. The most current news is that Shiba Inu Bone is being looked at by another top exchange. ULB Global, which is one of the biggest crypto markets in the world. Just recently, it said that it wants to list Bone. This comes after another huge exchange. The Bone token was added to OKEX after the community voted on it in a poll. You'll do it. Users should now be able to sell the Bone/USD pair on the platform and exchange their Bone. Since the only gas fee for Shiba Inu Shibarium is Bone, the fact that more big platforms are listing the token is a very big deal. This way, more people will be able to get and use Bone, which could mean that there will be more things to do on Shibarium when it finally opens. Big exchanges like OKEX and ULB aren't the only ones interested in Bone. However, Binance US, which is the US branch of the biggest exchange in the world, has said that it will sell Bone in the future. You may remember that Binance recently took Shib out of the innovation zone, which means it no longer thinks of Shib as a risky asset. At this point, it seems like the next step would be to add another Shiba Inu symbol, but we'll have to wait and see. Bone has been responding well to all the mentions and updates. In just 24 hours, the token's price went up by more than 5% and its trade volume went up by more than 95%. When Shibarium comes out, it would be interesting to see how the token reacts. If you thought this was really helpful, please leave a review and tell your friends about this video. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm, which makes it easier for me to keep making better movies. Okay, then. On to the big story. As I said before, people have been hoping for Shibarium PuppyNet to get more updates. So far, the version of Shibarium that runs on testnet has been doing well. There are already millions of wallets on it, and it has already done millions of transactions safely, so things look good there. This seems to make people want Shibarium to come out as soon as possible. One person in the Telegram group even mentioned that Satoshi hasn't posted a Shibarium Medium update in a while. For those who weren't around at the time, Satoshi wrote a number of Medium articles leading up to the beta launch. These articles explain what everything on the Shibarium platform is and what the community's jobs are. On the one hand, some people might not have expected any more Medium articles now that the test launch is over, but on the other hand, some people think the articles should keep coming until the real Shibarium launch. Satoshi has now answered the complaint. He just said that the environment is in go mode right now, not bro mode. Noting that there is a lot going on in the environment right now. News says that we can only guess at what Kusama means by this in the last Medium update on Shibarium. He said that the Layer 2 technology will be released on the mainnets before the end of 2023. But we don't know the exact date yet. Kusama's most recent comment says that a lot of progress is being made towards the launch of the mainnet. On the other hand, Satoshi could just be talking about how the environment has changed. For example, Bone, the governance token for the Shiba Inu community, was recently listed on two very large exchanges, which we have already talked about. Kusama recently told people through a Telegram message that ShibaSwap 2.0 is in the works and will be out soon. So Satoshi could be referring to a lot of changes in the environment. Satoshi also talked to some community members on Telegram in an interesting way. People were asking him what he had been up to, and Satoshi, being Satoshi, gave a vague answer. He wrote, "I'm where you need me." People were not happy with this answer, and one person even told him that he needs to get the community excited every now and then. Satoshi answered, "Working with an amazing team to do the impossible is more exciting than me being quiet and keeping my head down." Once more. From what was said, we can guess at a number of things, but I'll let you tell us what you think in the comments part below. Moving on, Shiba Inu seems to be giving its owners a chance to make money by going up in value. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the everyday. The chance to win one of the 100,000 sheep that were being given away. Just subscribe to this channel, like this movie, and leave a comment below. #Shiba Inu. Best of luck. To start with, Shib's price recently had an uncomfortable drop, but its one-day support level seems to show that a rebound is just around the corner. Also, the 4-hour technical analysis shows that the Bollinger Bands indicator shows less volatility, which means that the price of the asset is stuck in a narrow band, which is a sign of consolidation. Also, CoinEdition says that the moving average convergence divergence MACD indicator shows a possible correction when the blue MACD line moves above the red warning line and the histogram goes up. This move suggests that the bearish momentum may be weakening and that a positive trend may be starting to form in the short term. But more research is needed to prove that the trend has changed. So you might want to start getting ready in case that happens. But this is not advice about money. Before making any financial decisions, you should do your own study. In other news, don't you think it's amazing that Shiba Inu went from being called a meme token to being taken seriously as a real cryptocurrency? I first said that Binance has taken SHIB out of the innovation zone because the token is no longer seen as a risky investment. This shows how much work and effort have gone into making Shiba Inu what it is today. The Shiba Inu community, which is the most loyal and active in the crypto market, did a lot of work on social media. The dev team worked hard to launch projects that people would find interesting and useful, and the Shiba Inu community supported and pushed these projects. The Shiba Inu token was able to lose a lot of zeros and move up the list of the top cryptocurrencies by market cap. Because of this, many of the people who used to think of Shiba as just another meme coin and even shame people on social media who invested in the token for doing so, now wish they hadn't done that. In retrospect, they missed out on the chance to make millions or even billions of dollars by spending just a few $100s. And just a few months later, people who were willing to see Shiba as more than just a joke token are laughing all the way to the bank. It's interesting that there are still people who only see SHIB as a joke coin, while others, like many whales and exchanges, have only continued to get more and more. You are the only one who can decide which group you belong to, so do your own study before making a choice. While you're thinking about it, you might want to remember that someone was able to retire at age 35 because he invested $8,000 in SHIB in 2021. When he found the Shiba Inu white paper, this man, who was a store warehouse manager at the time, was thinking about investing in cryptocurrency. He says that the book really got him interested, so he went ahead and put a lot of money into it. He didn't just put in a couple of dollars. Instead, he took a big risk and put in a whopping $8,000. He was lucky that the risk he took paid off big time. And when he had $500,000 in investments, he decided it was time to cash out. He says that I come from a pretty poor family. I could never have dreamed that I would have so much money. It wasn't gone, though. It really happened. Shiba was still going up, and soon this man's investment in the company hit $1 million. Even now, he still has some money and SHIB, and he still thinks that SHIB have a lot more promise. It's time for you to decide for yourself what to do about SHIB. But this isn't financial advice, so make sure to do your own study. We've reached the end of this movie. If you like the movie, please like it and don't forget to leave a comment in the section for comments. This helps me a lot with how YouTube works. Also, please let as many people as possible